Washington, and despite what we've lived through in the 1990s, there are encouraging signs now that Congress and the President can reach agreement on how to lower health care costs and improve quality. To summarize the activity in Washington on health care, the President made his commitment to enacting health care reform this year when he hosted a health care forum at the White House that brought together strange bedfellows, politicians from both parties, businesses, labor, and consumer groups. The President followed that up by including a reserve fund for health care in the budget he sent to the Congress, and the Congress passed that last week. In the Senate, members of both parties have been actively engaged in talks about how best to improve health care. They've been talking about it for more than a year, and talks between key committees are just beginning in the House of Representatives. Although there isn't yet consensus on the details, we are pleased that there's at least some agreement on the following three key reform goals. First, lowering the cost of health care for individuals and our nation. Second, improving patient safety and the quality of patients' care. And third, providing affordable health care choices to all Americans. That's why we're holding this town hall here today. Before Congress starts writing health reform legislation, we want to be sure we know the problems you think must be addressed. Now, to make sure we have an ongoing dialogue, we've set up a website for our campaign, www.healthactionnow.org. We hope you'll use this website to share your stories, to contact your members of Congress, and to get the latest updates on what's going on in the healthcare debate. You need to let people know what you think and what you want them to do. We look forward to hearing your calls and your questions. With that, I'll turn back to Andrea.
Nancy, thank you so much. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we want to let you know that coming up in about 30 minutes, we're going to hear from the new CEO of AARP, Barry Rand, who's going to have a conversation with us about his vision for the organization leading forward, as well as within about 45 minutes, we're going to be hearing from Nancy Ann DePaul, who is the counselor to the President and the Director of the White House Office of Health Reform. We'll be opening up the phones to you for questions, both to Nancy Ann DePaul as well as to CEO Barry Rand. And now we're going to open up the phones because we want to hear from all of you. Any questions that you may have for Nancy Lamont.